Festival of the Girl and happy International Day of the Girl. My name is Tessa and I'm a campaigner for Let Toys Be Toys. Today I'm going to tell you all about some of the big changes we made to toy shops through our campaign. I'm also going to tell you about some inspiring girls who spoke up, took action, or created something that has made a big change. You won't need anything for this session except a comfy place to sit and watch. All settled? Great! So, let's start with Let Toys Be Toys. What are we all about? One clue is in our name itself. Let's look at some other clues on the next slide. There is something on each of these things that we weren't happy about and wanted to change. Have you worked out what it is? You may have spotted that each of these pictures has a label in it saying if the toy or book is for girls or for boys. Let Toys Be Toys is a campaign that asks shops not to put signs or labels saying that toys and books are just for girls or just for boys. But why did we care about this and think that it was important for the stores to take these signs away? Think about the kinds of things you like to do. What are some of your favorite activities? Are any of them pictured here? We know that girls and boys like to play with all kinds of toys. A lot of times, we see the shops are dividing up the toys according to what they think only boys like or only girls like. The toys that we see labeled for girls are mostly about princesses, dolls, fashion, unicorns, rainbows, butterflies, things like that. All those things are fun, but we know that a lot of girls have a lot of other interests too. We decided to ask the shops to drop those signs. We asked them to put up signs saying what the toys were, not who they were for. We think kids like you should decide for yourselves what is fun to play with and not be told what to choose by the toy store. We had a lot of work to do because a few years ago, signs like these were up in half the toy stores across the UK. We thought that dividing up the toys like this was really unfair. What if a boy wanted to play with a doll? What if a girl wanted to play with a construction toy? So, we ran a petition asking the shops to remove the signs, and we asked people to help us by signing it. We contacted the shops directly, and we politely explained why we thought the signs were a problem. We shared our ideas with them on how we thought they could do things differently. We even met with some of the owners of the shops, like this one. We were so pleased that they decided to take down the signs and let toys be toys. Can you spot the changes they made looking at the before and after pictures? What do you think about this? Do you think that this is an improvement? You can let us know later by contacting us at #LetToysBeToys. Next on our list was books. A lot of the stores were selling books with titles like these. We felt that this was unfair and doing the same thing, dividing up kids' interests. Look at that one on the top right. What do you see? Not only was the book cover saying that this book was for boys, but on the back cover there was also a sign saying no girls allowed. So we started another petition called Let Books Be Books. After we launched this new campaign about books, we were contacted by an 8-year-old girl we'll call Scarlett. Scarlett loved pirates, but was disappointed by something she saw in the Scholastic book catalog she brought home from school. Can you spot what that was? Scarlett was disappointed that the pirate book was labeled for boys, and she decided to do something about it. She created this petition to ask Scholastic to stop advertising and selling books that were labeled this way, saying that no book should be labeled just for girls or for boys. Scarlett got over 80 kids, teachers, and parents to sign her petition and sent it off to Scholastic. She got in touch with us to help her publicize her Let Books Be Books campaign alongside ours. We always enjoy reading the reasons that kids think publishers should let books be books, like the ones above. Scholastic wrote back to Scarlett. They said, "We won't be selling the pirate book for boys anymore, and neither will we sell any books that are labeled as for boys or for girls through our book clubs or fairs. We won't be publishing any books like these ourselves in the future, and we'll put new covers on any old titles like this when we come to reprint them." Success! They changed the book wizard on their website too, so that it asked boys and girls the same question. Scholastic is the biggest publisher of books for young readers in the world. By writing her letter and running her petition, Scarlett was able to cause a massive change which affects thousands of children. Well done! We found Scarlett's story very inspiring. So who are some of the other girls who have seen something they wanted to change and acted to change it? Sophia was a little girl who loved bugs. However, when she switched schools in year 1, her classmates didn't think bug hunting was a suitable hobby for a girl, and she was bullied. Sophia stopped playing with bugs, but when her mom saw how sad her daughter was without doing her hobby, she wrote to the Entomological Society, that's a group of people who study insects, and she let them know about Sophia being bullied. Lots of scientists reached out to Sophia with support on social media using the hashtag #BugsAreForGirls. Sophia was even invited to help write a scientific paper about bugs with one of the scientists that responded. Sophia and her mom decided to write a children's book to encourage other children to pursue their dreams, and when she was 11 years old, The Bug Girl was published. Anne Makazinski was only 15 years old when she invented the thermoelectric torch. Anne had a friend who was struggling to complete her schoolwork because her family couldn't afford electricity. To help her friend, Anne invented a torch that is powered by the heat of the human hand. Anne won an award at the Google Science Fair for her invention in 2013 and has continued inventing things ever since. 11-year-old Marley Diaz was frustrated about only being given unrelatable books to read at school. She wanted to read books that featured black girls like her as the main character. Her mother asked her what she was going to do about it. Marley launched a campaign to find 1,000 books with black girls as the main character. Her 1,000 Black Girls Books campaign was very successful and reached its goal. Marley said, "It makes me feel happy because there are strangers on Facebook who are so thankful and say, because of this book drive, my son wants to do this and my daughter wants to do that. And I think it's kind of cool. Well done." When 12-year-old Julianne Speyer attended her local 4th of July parade, she was upset about comments the announcer made about Boy Scouts being future leaders of America, while saying that Girl Scouts were there just having fun. After the parade, Julianne wrote this letter to her local paper, saying that she found these comments an insult to girls and women of all ages. The letter was picked up in the wider press, so a lot of people were able to find out what happened. Julianne says, "I have always been taught that if you think something is unjust, change it. So this is how I am making a change." 8-year-old Lucy was disappointed to see some of the images in the Snazaroo face painting booklet conforming to gender stereotypes. She wrote to the company about this and got in touch with us to let us know too. Her letter says, "To Snazaroo, I have bought some face paints to use during lockdown and opened them to find that in the leaflet it tells you the different designs, the butterflies, princesses, and flowers were shown on girls, and the zombies, camouflage, and skeletons were being shown on boys. Why should boys feel like they need to like zombies, pirates, etc., and girls feel like they need to like princesses, cute pink things, etc.? I think you should change that. Thank you." Lucy has not heard back yet from Snazaroo, but our campaign will keep asking them if they have any reply. Sometimes it can take a long time for the shops to reply. Well done, Lucy, for raising this. Do you like Star Wars? We were really excited when the Star Wars film, The Force Awakens, came out a few years ago, with Rey as the lead character. However, when the merchandise for the film came out, Rey was strangely missing from a lot of the toys and games. This didn't make any sense at all. A lot of people were upset about this and mentioned it on social media, using the hashtag #Where'sRey. 8-year-old Annie Rose decided to take matters into her own hands. She wrote a letter to Hasbro, who made the Monopoly game, and her mom shared it on social media. Let Toys Be Toys shared it too. The letter said, "Dear Hasbro, how could you leave out Rey? She belongs in Star Wars Monopoly and all the other Star Wars games. Without her, there is no Force Awakens. It awakens in her. And without her, the bad guys would have won. Besides, boys and girls need to see women can be as strong as men. Girls matter. Boy or girl, who cares? We are all equal, all of us. Sincerely, Annie Rose, age 8. Her campaign was successful. Hasbro, the big company that makes the Monopoly game, replied to Annie Rose. They said, "We love your passion for Rey and are happy to share that we will be including her in the Monopoly Star Wars game available later this year. Well done, Annie Rose." More recently, 13-year-old Millie, an aspiring scientist and engineer, tweeted the following message to Scalextrics and copied us in. "Hi Scalextrics, hope you don't mind, but I fixed the box art of my first Scalextric set. As you know, girls love motorsport too." Millie's message is on the left. Can you spot the difference that she made in the artwork with the green tick? Less than an hour later, Scalextrics responded saying, "We couldn't agree more about girls loving Scalextrics as much as boys. Thank you, STEM Millie, for showing us your artwork. We love it." It's fantastic to see this activism by Millie, and we're so pleased to see this positive and promising reply from Scalextrics. We look forward to seeing the updated packaging. We hope you found these stories inspiring and that these girls have given you some ideas. Remember, if you see something you're not happy about, there are a number of things you can do. You can speak out about it, talk to someone, write a letter, or create a petition. Sometimes speaking out is enough to bring about a big change. Or you could be like Anne and invent something to help someone. Or like Sophia and write a book about something you love. The possibilities are endless. Remember, you can make a difference. If you see some gender stereotypes you don't like, you can write a letter or start a petition. Don't forget to get in touch with us and share your story. We always love to see pictures too. Thanks for watching, and happy International Day of the Girl.